Hello and welcome to a new edition of Thrum Reviews Stuff. Today we're gonna look at this wonderful model from PNSO, or PNSO, or however you want to pronounce this. It's the Chungkinosaurus, named like that because he was found in Chungkin, I assume. Not sure though. But yeah, it's a Chinese company and they've been releasing, I think, all kinds of dinosaurs that were originally found in China. I heard sadly that they were already going out of business, but then I heard news that they wouldn't, so I don't really know what the deal is. I just thought I'm gonna buy the one that I wanted most, which is this one, just in case that it won't be available anymore. So it comes sent in this box, which is pretty big if you look at my hand, and it's basically just a sleeve over a regular cardboard box. Both sides are the same. There's some additional information at the back of the page, at the bottom of the package, and you can read here the company. They have a website. It's PNSO.org. I'm not even sure if it's running anymore or not. I haven't been on there. I got mine off eBay. But yeah, it's a beautiful picture. But otherwise the box is pretty standard. And here is the figure. This is what you get from inside this box. Now, it is a pretty big figure. I knew this when I bought it, but it's still surprising. It is really big. It is not very heavy though. It's I originally expected this to be like this kind of harder plastic, but it is not. It is actually kind of soft. Like you can move stuff a little bit. It's a lot more bendable than I thought it would be, which is good because it makes it less susceptible to break stuff off. So that's a good thing. And but it is hollow inside. So otherwise it would be super heavy. So I'm glad that it is and I couldn't lift it like that. But I think it's best to just look at the beautiful sculpt first. And what I really love first and foremost is the pose. It is such a beautiful pose. It reminds me a little bit of horses. You know, there are all these horse figures and they often have this hoof up or like one leg up, and it looks super elegant, and the same is true for this one. It looks so elegant, and especially the head tilt. Here, look from the front, how the head goes slightly to the right or left on my side, and yeah, it looks really good. It basically makes this figure, I think. The tail is long and has a lot of spikes, and it's just something to behold. Like, it will look really good on your shelf. Already tried this out. It's beautiful. A real show stealer. The only downside to this, I have to say, is the color. And yeah, the color isn't really good. I mean, it is suffice. It's good enough. But it is just some kind of cheap airbrushing that's going on, and if you look a little bit closer, you know what I mean. The eyes are very detailed, but other than that, it's just some airbrushing over a yellow body, which is fine, but, you know, it could be better. There is some slight coloration on the bottom with a little bit of brown mixed in, but mostly it's just that yellow. You can see the PNSO sign. It says, I don't know if it focuses, but it's made in China 2016. And I think this here on this foot is the signature of the person who sculpted it. I can't really read it, and I don't know the name. But yeah, well, whoever sculpted it did a really, really good job. Like, good, really well done. So yeah, if you're really talented in coloring your own dinosaurs, I think with the right paint job, like a Papa or something, this would be an absolutely amazing figure. It still is like this. I mean, honestly, the paint job is okay. It's just, I think this figure deserves even better. So that would be cool. Sadly, I'm not as talented, so nothing for me. but still, yeah, I can really recommend this. It is a bit expensive. I paid about $80 on eBay, shipping included from China. You can find them a little bit cheaper or a little bit more expensive depending. There's a lot of them right now, so I think it's safer to buy all the PNSO things that you want right now rather than waiting, because who knows what's going to happen with them. But I do hope they stay in business, because their sculpts so far, I think of the other figures as well, are absolutely amazing. So yeah, it looks so good from the front. It's just, you never really get great herbivores in figures. I know there's some, but usually it's all the carnivores that everybody loves. And this is just such a beautiful, rare, not that common species that he found as a figure. And it is beautiful, especially, I don't know, the front and the back, especially great. I also love how the legs are sculpted, like how they come a little bit together in the center. It is very, very natural and just so elegant. I love it. Yeah, that's basically everything I can tell to this figure. So let's compare it to, like, you can already guess the size from me moving it around, but here it is with the Papo T-Rex. It's a lot bigger. This is not an accurate description inside, but you can about guess. Papo T-Rex is, by the way, a lot heavier, so yeah. And here is the Papo Allosaurus. Tiny compared, absolutely tiny. So yeah, it is a really big figure, so I think it is worth the money that you pay. It also comes with this little information leaflet. When you unpack it, it has some information about the dinosaur. Sadly, it is all in Chinese. Like here, these are, I think, the people that designed it, or at least they tried to make it as scientifically accurate as they could. It has a little poster of the packaging picture, which is a really pretty picture. And there is some basic information. Like here you can see how big this dinosaur actually was. It's not a really big dinosaur. Decently sized. Kind of horse-sized. Maybe that explains the pose. And yeah, you get some information. I mean, you can make out some of it. It's 3 to 4 meters long. I don't know what it is. 1 meter, who knows. 700 kilogram. That's a heavy guy. Not super heavy, but there's also a lot of information about probably where it was found and everything, but sadly I cannot read this. Well, yeah, that's what you get with it as well. Yeah, I think this is this number 7 means it's just they have 6 others that they did before that, which I don't have. But yeah, this is basically it. It's so nice that they have information leaflets though. It reminds me a lot of all the other producers of dinosaur figures, so I think this is really cool. They try really hard to make something really decent. And since they, I think, focus all on Chinese dinosaurs, this is really cool. Because you don't usually get this kind of rare figures and rarer species. So yeah, it's a really, really nice figure. And I can really recommend buying one, at least as long as they're available. So yeah, see you guys next time when I look at another dinosaur figure.